Jalen, you mentioned Frankie Beverly. He was from Philadelphia. He meant a lot to the city of New Orleans. What would it mean for you to cement your legacy here in New Orleans, being from Philadelphia Eagles? And can you say a little bit about what it meant to you?
Well, that's something that I've thought a lot about. I've thought a lot about that. Just knowing what he meant to the city, you would have thought he was from New Orleans. Him being in the Essex, coming to the Essex Fest a good bit, but I know he's here in spirit, and definitely has always had a special place in my heart. Will continue to have a special place in my heart. And, yeah.
What's your favorite Maze song?
Joy and pain and happy feelings.
You mentioned Michael Vick last night, but who are maybe top 5 your favorite players coming up when you were watching football?
I won't say top 5. I'll say Michael Vick was one to watch. Tyrann Mathieu was one that was always fun to watch. He got me on the pick this year. I didn't like that. I gave him one. Cam Newton was always fun to watch. Tom Brady was fun to watch. Peyton Manning was fun to watch. Aaron McNair, very fun to watch. Donovan McNabb. And then you start getting older. You know, I gotta go on YouTube to go watch some of those other guys. But Randall Cunningham always was fun. Warren Moon, just learning the history of the game, learning from those guys. Steve Young, all those guys. It's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to be here. And as I've said, you put a lot of hard work in for moments like this. Lots of hard work, lots of time, lots of energy. It's a blessing to have this opportunity.
Jalen, what about H-Town?
Oh, always repping. Hardly home, but always repping.
You're no stranger to changing systems with offensive coordinators coming and going throughout your career. What's it been like for you to play with Kellen Moore in this system throughout the season and go on the Super Bowl run?
Yeah, I think it's been great just being able to learn from Coach Kellen, the different things he's been able to bring in, taking those things all in. And you know, for me, I've always prided myself on trying to quantify my work and quantify what I know, and not letting what I don't know get in the way of what could be. So, always exposing myself to those opportunities of growth, and I've been able to do that over the course of my career because it's always been a revolving door there.
Jalen, when you looked in the mirror, when you look in the mirror as a man and control the things that you can't control, that's how you get better. How many times have you reiterated that to yourself this season during the knee injury, the concussions, and just getting to this point?
It's just a mentality that's ingrained in me. That's how I've always carried myself. I've always prided myself on learning from the highs and the lows, you know, because they all come with it. You know, they're all one and the same. And so just taking everything with a grain of salt, being objective with the process, and just taking every opportunity I can to grow and having that approach in it.
Jalen, Kansas City.
Where does your relationship with Bryce rank in terms of your priorities and importance?
Number one. Faith, family, and championships.
Jalen, you talked about your parents' influence. How have your brother and sister also influenced your journey?
Everyone's had a great influence on that. You know, everybody's had a unique role in this whole journey, but everyone's role is important, and so you definitely want to have people of value pouring into you. And I've been fortunate along my journey to have everyone impact me in a positive way.
Jalen, Kansas City's defense.
I talked to Pastor Ted about you. He mentioned specifically spiritual growth. How have you grown this year spiritually and your faith in Jesus?
I think my faith has always been a part of me where I've always wanted to root myself in that and keep him in the center of my life and everything that I do. And so, you know, through the highs and the lows, he's greater than all of them, and that's something that I can always acknowledge. And in the failed clutch of circumstance, I can always lean on and remember. And so that's something that we all should probably take note of and take lesson of.
Jalen, when I mention the name of Jesus, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
First thing that comes to mind is faith. Another thing that comes to mind is remaining steadfast and remaining endured.
Jalen, if you have the chance again to have a 10-point game differential this time, what would your difference on Sunday?
You have to find a way to finish. You know, coming to these opportunities in these games, everything is about finishing. You want to have the right focus in that, and that comes with the preparation, the work that you put in. But ultimately, it's about finishing.
Jalen, bigger picture question for you. When you take a step back in Patrick Mahomes' career, what stands out to you about him and what makes him so special?
And you got me with the bigger picture. We're focused on right here, what's in front of us. I have a ton of respect for them and their team, but we're focused on the opportunity at hand.